Hello and welcome back to Bube Trader. In this video, I will reveal the 5 stocks that will have earning tomorrow, and I will start with Carnival. So first, Carnival. Last time I predicted a bounce to 25, and it bounced right above 25 all the way to 26, pull back, and then after that it keep moving up until you can see it's kind of broke down below this line. So let's take a quick look. All right, so far short term is oversold, long term overbought. So that means it will have more chance of a pullback, even though it's oversold. So where will it pull back? Let me look at the short-term trend right now. Okay, so basically is, so what the red line? The red line basically was the support, right? So let me check it out so it's easier for us to see. The green line, I will keep it because it is, in a way, right now is a support. So as I say, most likely we will pull back where about 28, but I'll put 28 as the even number. I would give this about 60 to 65%. 35% we got a bounce. It might come all the way up to 33 at 35%, which is still pretty good. So it need a decent good number, and at least neutral to positive outlook, and we'll get a bounce. So we look at about 10% bounce and about 7% pullback in terms of price, but pullbacks will have 65%. All right, next we have Jeffrey. Well, last time I expected a pullback to 52, but it only pulled back to 54, and then pulled lower a little bit the next day, and then it came up. Then all the way you can see is hugging the green line. So right now it's still at the support. Let's take a look. So short term, okay, so short term is still in a way, this is still at the support. Momentum is lower. Long term is still overbought. So I would expect about, since this at its trend support, I would say a pullback to 59.50 at around I would say 55 to 60%. And a bounce at about 45% to at least 71. So it will have about, let's say, 10% of a bounce. If that happened, in price. So 35%, 40 to 45% bounce and pull back around 55 to 60%. All right, next we have Vail Resort MTN. I haven't seen this before. Right now it's over, so short term, long term is also a little bit over. So, however, I see they got a bear flag right here, which means we have more chance, more downside to go. It might come down and hit 130 at about, I would say, 55%. So I give 55% because of bear flag. 45% of pullback, it might come up here. So if I, okay, so that's the trend for the high. So it will hit about 159 at about 45%. So it's still good. It's still good percentage. Okay. And you can see it is closer to the support. So a little bit more of I would say 45%. Yeah. 45% of bounce and 55% of pullback and break below due to this bear flag. But we will see. It might or might not play out. Progress Software Corporation oversold both short-term and long-term. So expect a bounce here. Okay, so that's less. Okay, so if it bounces, I would say it might go all the way up to 47 at about I would say 60%, 40% of a pullback. Let me see. What are gonna go? Probably 38, 35. So most likely we're going down to 38, like here, at 40%. So it's still a big percentage, but we never know. It might even come lower. If I look at this, I can see it has a bear flag as well. So it might have a little more downside to go. But I give it a little bit, 60% of a bounce due to technical and oversold condition. All right, next we have IDT. Short-term oversold, long-term is neutral. Let me see if I look at the trend. Okay. All right, so this is most likely okay, so something like this. So most likely we might have a bounce. So about 60% of bounce to probably $66. at 60%, 40% of a pullback and break below testing $56 at 40%. So it's still a big percentage. And here is a little bear flag right here. I'm not sure it's gonna play out, but most likely we have a bounce after recent pullback. All right, BitMine immersion. One of my viewer asked me about this. If it go up to 55, let's say right here, right? Okay, and then it will come up. Sorry. Okay, and then let's say it come down to 50 right here. Will be there a chance to a bounce? So let me tell you, right? So take this down, pull back for example. Pull back, came up, pull back again. You see, is usually pull back lower. If here it come up, it does not pull back until it hit this resistance, right? So if it, for example, here as well, you see, come up down here, pull up, and then jump. The reason why this jump is because it broke out of this trend. We consider is breakout. All right. But if we look over here, it's a little bit different. In a way, we have it's like this, right? So if we look at the trend right now, let me take this out and update the trend like here. Okay. All right, so if we use this, it shouldn't stop at 55. It should go all the way up to 59 and then pull back. If it go up here only 55 and then pull back to 50, there's a chance of a bounce. But most likely it's gonna bounce to 50. So you rather, let's say you here, we're right here at 48. And if you want to buy, maybe you should buy now. And when it go up to 55, you can sell, right? I mean, I would do, if it's me buying this stock, this is what I'm going to do. But if it pull back here, there is a higher chance of it pulling back down to 42 before bounce back to test. Kind of like this. Okay? Kind of like this. So if you want to buy right here. Why? Another way is because let's say if it bounce to here and come down, you can see most likely it will come up to here to test both of the blue line and the orange line. So if you want to buy right now, I would buy. And I wait for it to come up 55, I will pocket about 10%. And then if it come down to 42, I will buy again. And when it come up to 50, I will sell, pocket another 10%. So that's what I would do. All right. And I would show my viewer this, and he will take his decision. But for the short term, if it come up here and pull back, I see it pull back lower and then come up to test, and maybe come down more. I'm not sure, but right now this is the path. All right, thanks for watching. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.